So this is a really interesting kind of topic to dive into because we have this kind of general illusion that our pace of production execution is relatively fixed. But of course, our pace can vary, right? If you think about like if you're actually like walking outside, there's your pace. You can sprint, right? You can accelerate the pace dramatically. And I mean, you can't sustain that forever, obviously, but you can do it for a little bit. And if you're in good shape, you can do it for more than a tiny little bit. And hopefully you're, cultivating your capacity to sprint when you need it. And just sticking with the analogy for a moment, like, usually that sprint is externally dictated, right? You're running away from a dog, you're running to catch the bus, right? Like there's a circumstance. It's like, okay, I guess I have to sprint. So I'm going to sprint. And the same thing happens in business and with work, right? It's like, I've got my regular pace of production, but the launch starts in a week and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not done. Or, I'm in school and I'm doing my regular amount of homework, but, finals are coming up. We've got business operating as usual, but the world just shut down because of COVID. And so, oh my God, we've got to pivot and figure things out. So circumstances kind of push you to be like, okay, I'm going to have to sprint. I'm going to work more hours. I'm going to eliminate distractions. And our output increases dramatically, partially because we're putting in more time, partially because we're more focused, partially because the situation, the need acts as a filter and you kind of rethink, okay, do I really need to do all this stuff? No, I'm dumping all this stuff. I'm focusing on what's really important. And I think it's actually a strategic superpower for entrepreneurs to kind of know that they have that sprint capacity in reserve and kind of be able to draw on it strategically without the situation forcing it. Right? So a little bit analogous to, if you're like, I feel like my health is okay, but not amazing, and I want to change it. You don't need to have an external event or a health incident. You don't need to have, someone visiting who, has certain dietary criteria. You could just decide, you know what, I'm taking this on as a project for the next 2 weeks. I'm overhauling, everything in our cupboards and I'm getting recipe books and I'm like, this is my project for 2 weeks, right? The same way you can just, you don't need to wait until you're moving house or you have a house guest. You could just say, we're spending the next 2 weeks, we're cleaning up. It's going to be clean. I've got this long list of things. I'm just going to get it done. And I think it's actually a really powerful thing for entrepreneurs to take ownership of the ability to hit the turbo button for themselves, not waiting for circumstances to force it.